Okay, welcome back to Game Mania. As I promised yesterday, yesterday I promised that today there will be a video premiering on how to easily come up with your own strategies, and to a point that you may delete all the betting apps that you have in your phone. So our strategy today will be depending on two colors. When you see a yellow color, what do you do? When you see both yellows, what do you do? And when you see a gray color, what do you do about that game? So it's a matter of just colors. A very simple strategy, but let's work together as I show you how you're going to do it. And before we continue, I recommend that you give us a subscription. Click that subscription button if you haven't, and then let's move on. So in this strategy, the application, or not all, the site that we're going to use is called sofascore.com. In as much as that it gives us the live scores, it has a very awesome analysis on games. If you could just take your time and visit the site, see it by yourself, but I'll guide you here in this video, and let's see how everything will work out. So I don't recommend the app, but I recommend you go straight direct to the site, and then I've chosen some few games here, especially the Euros, and then let's see how the colors will work on them. At the same time, before we continue, I would recommend that with this strategy, there are so many tough leagues out there, but you can just go and check. If they give it a yellow color, I'll show you what to do. If both teams have been given a certain yellow color in that analysis, I'll tell you what to do. At the same time, when both teams or one team has a gray color, I'll tell you what to do. So to start, today let me start with the Denmark and Belgium game, and then let's see what I meant by that. So if I click, I selected some favorites. What I recommend, when you go there, first of all, vote on your favorite team. Me, I'd already voted here. You click this part here, there's a line for voting. As you can see, currently Belgium has 62,000 votes that it will win, while Denmark has 13%, I say. Sorry. So our area of interest is down here. As I scroll, you can go through those writings and then see, but our point is on this part here. I think you can see the yellow dots on those recommendations. So the prediction says that when the odds are 4.3, the expected chance of winning is 23%, but this team actually wins 44% matches with these odds. And then at the same time, when both odds are 1.91, the expected chance of winning is 52%, but this team actually wins 94%, and it's painted yellow. So there's a high chance here of both teams scoring. At the same time, any team here can win. You never know what will happen. If you can check the head-to-head of these both teams, previously you can see their last encounter, there was a 4-2 margin, 3-2 and 2-0. So in this match, my first prediction could be a goal. At the same time, if I'm going to bet directly on the teams, I'd bet 1 or 2 to be safe. We just need a small odds about this match. Small, sure, safe odds. At the same time, betting should be an investment, a steady income for paying your daily utilities. So it's not a one night millionaire thing. So when you see two yellows like this, the chances that any team coming out victorious here is very high. At the same time, when both teams are this way, the attacking is very tough. They have a very sure attacking strategy also. So in this match, I'll recommend a goal, but when we're going directly to the team, I'll recommend that you bet 1 or 2. So let's see another example also here. Let's say for tomorrow's games, let's see Sweden versus Slovakia. Now this is where the confusion now comes, because you find that in this match, according to the odds, Slovakia has very big odds compared to Sweden. And then the favorites, I did vote, but the favorites here are the Sweden according to people's opinion. But in this app's analysis, their AI is showing that if we can come back here and see, okay, so currently Slovakia is inside in the team with 3 points after beating, I think, Poland. Now here you find that Sweden has been given very small odds, but they have a grey color, while Slovakia with those big odds has a yellow color on their analysis. So what I'd recommend in this match, there's high chances of Slovakia finishing victorious in this match. So what I'd recommend, because the odds are big, I'd recommend you bet X or 2 on this match, and then let's see head to head of both teams if they have already met before. You see, in 2017 Sweden beaten Slovakia 6-0. Maybe there were some issues, and maybe it was a friendly, and then you find that Slovakia Sweden, they drew last time also. They drew. These are international friendly games, but the same way, the same results can happen again. So in this match that Sweden has been given this, not Slovakia has been given this yellow dot here, I recommend you bet X or 2 in this match. If not, you can do 1 or 2, but to be safe, please put X or 2. So in another example, we want to find that whereby a team has been, another one, let's say for Croatia versus already voted, and Croatia 75% according to opinions. And then our area of interest, let's see what they recommend here. Okay, when Croatia has this odd, the expected win is 47%, but this team actually wins. Our main issue is the yellow part. So in this part, this game, you can also put Croatia or draw in this match. And then another example, England versus Scotland. People voted England has 80%. They have very small odds in that match. And then if you see here in our area of interest, when the odds are these, the expected win is 77%. That is, so this one you can give England direct win. And then lastly, which team have we not checked? Netherlands versus Austria. And then now we see what the decision you can make in this match. I voted for Netherlands. It has people, 76% of the people have voted for Netherlands. And then draw has about 10,000 people voting, and the away team has only 5,100. So there's a more highly chance of a draw also here. So let's see our area of interest. And then as you continue, I recommend, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. If you find this informative. Okay, when the odds are this, the expected chance of winning is 64%, but this team actually wins 30% of the matches with these odds. So may I recommend, this is a match to avoid so much, because it can end in a draw. Any team can win. So in this, when you find this one, it gets confusing. This part here, you find that it has a 64% chance of winning, but only 30% of the matches it wins with those odds. If you check the head-to-head, if they have already Netherlands won. But now this one, if you see the mode of play of Austria, and this is just like a derby. So let's wait. You can give Netherlands or draw in this match, but always avoid teams with such recommendation. Avoid. So with this one, whatever the results, whatever the outcome will be, I'll avoid that match. And then lastly, the team which you have named, Ukraine versus Macedonia. Let's see what they say. I had voted for Ukraine to win. Okay, the chances of a draw also is still very high. So let's see our area of interest again. They are both bottom of the table currently. Okay, when the odds are these, the expected chance of winning is 58%, but this team actually wins 32 of the matches. Not Macedonia, when the odds are expected. So they both have that gray color on it. It's a contentious game. The game might end in a draw, or Ukraine might carry the day, or at the same time Macedonia might also carry the day. So what we recommend, whenever you see such games, kindly avoid. Let's say they are head to head. Ukraine became victorious. Ukraine, so it's only Ukraine, but the odds are also okay. The number of goals, so you can go with that at 2.5 in this match, and then see what will happen. So this is what I wanted to show you. Whenever you see one team having a single color, to be safe, you vote draw or that team, or one or two if both teams have yellow colors. And if both teams have that yellow color, you can also give them a goal or over 1.5. When both teams have this gray dot here, kindly avoid that match. Or if one team has been given that gray but with very small percentage, kindly avoid that match. So with this recommendation, this analysis, please try, see the result, choose two teams, try your and see the result for yourself. It works. I can put it at 90% all of the time. Do it, try it more and more until it works. As you try, also start small, and then if you find the rhythm now, you can now bet big. So with that information, I recommend you subscribe to our channel. Please give us a thumbs up, and thank you for watching Game Money.